What is going on? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today I want to talk about SoFi. I want to talk on why it's going down as much as it is. There's a lot of different things all hitting SoFi at the same time. I also want to go over some updated data points very relevant to a lot of investors and tie it all together with some technical analysis at the end. But before I get into any of that, all I ask, smash a thumbs up, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Greatly appreciate that. If you like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. With that said, let's get right to it. Just want to point out, live ticker to my left currently down 4.55%, 15.1 million as far as overall volume, 46 the average, and 2.5 million shares being purchased by the institutions and hedge funds within the first 1 hour of the trading day. So out of everything, there's a good takeaway from today, and there's a lot of articles coming out about this, how SoFi is at a significant discount, and I agree with that, and this is exactly why I did buy in today. I bought in at $8.68, so pretty in line with where we are right now. But there is a lot of things coming out about SoFi, one of which is this. So the White House does confirm that they are pausing student loan payments through to August the 31st. And we do know that's a very big deal. A lot of investors are very worried about that because hypothetically, SoFi loses between 30 to 35 million of revenue every quarter that this is extended. But when it comes down to it though, I'm not particularly too worried about it at the end of the day. And also one thing as well that is affecting SoFi today is more so the rising bond yields. Again, goes back to inflation, interest rates, all the things that right now growth stocks really hate. So this is again most likely going to continue for the next foreseeable future, because keep in mind the next Fed meeting on interest rates is early May. I do believe is May the 4th, give or take, around that time period. But that is something for us as investors to keep in mind, because most likely this fear is going to come in and out until that point. So during that time period, it will create a lot of great buying opportunities in my opinion, and this is why I decided to buy today. So there's a lot of articles coming out as well why SoFi is a significant buy right now, and it does largely bring up that it is a chartered bank now. That is a very big deal. It can offer very competitive rates. It is doing a lot of different things to bring in new customers, and we really do like that. More so in the upcoming earnings, I think that is going to play a very big part in what dictates a success versus a failure is customers. It's probably going to turn to similar what happened to Netflix. Largely, it didn't really matter on the numbers. It just came down to customers increasing or decreasing. And in addition to that, it does bring up the fact that it is sitting at a significant discount, well below the SPAC kind of rollout price. So that is a very big deal for a lot of investors who are getting in. And right now, I just want to bring up some short interest because I find that very relevant right now, because shorts are that underlying factor that's causing a little bit more selling pressure in some cases. But right now, despite everything, they're not really doing much today. So looking right here, 1706 is a short interest, 100% still utilization. Looking here, like I said, not really doing much today, as the day-by-day change has only gone up 0.11%, which worked out to be 293,000 shares being additionally shorted. Cost to borrow is pretty in line with what it has been over the last little bit. So at the end of the day, I really do like seeing that, in addition to the options activity. So options activity, very nice today, because when it comes down to it over the last several days, it's been very bearish. A lot of puts have been being purchased on SoFi, but today is a little bit more different. So $233,000 worth of options being done today, with 100% of them being positive. So a lot of calls being done, so I really do like that. And when it comes down to it though, these are big orders, anything over 25,000. So like I said, that is very positive. And in addition to that, there's also Technies. So just going over some of the upcoming events, there's a lot of big things for May to look out for. On May the 10th to the 11th, there's FinTech Americas Miami 2022, FinTech Talent North America, that is on May the 12th. So back to back. And then May the 25th to 26th, another event, America Banker Digital Banking 2022, June 13th to the 15th, and then another one in October. So when it comes down to Technies, that's a very positive thing, and I think SoFi did the right thing with that acquisition. And with that though, like I said, there is a lot of positive signals underlying obviously the options activity and also the short activity, because when normally 9 times out of 10 when there was a little bit more of a sell-off, shorts have been adding big time. But today is a little bit more different, so I see that as a very bullish signal. So those are some points that added and aided in me buying today, making that decision. Although it might not necessarily be the bottom, this is a long-term investment, and I know 2022 is going to be a very big year for SoFi. So with that, just want to cap it off with some technical analysis. So right now, the 50, 100, 200-day moving averages, Bollinger Bands, RSI, stochastic, and momentum. So on the actual technicals, there is some bearish signals. You can see number of buyers is going down. That is based on the momentum indicator. here. Stochastic, there is a deviation, so red line above the black, which again is more of a bearish signal. RSI is currently at 41, and the only reason why I have RSI on there is typically a lot of institutions and hedge funds, their algorithms use both RSI and stochastic as a good buying opportunity, as more of a benchmark. So that's why I have that. And on the actual chart today, we did transition from the higher to the lower percentile of the Bollinger Band. So in reality, like I said, in that regard as well, a little bit more bearish. So there is a lot of fear, but in reality, I'm not necessarily, like I said, catching the bottom, but I do strongly feel that long term, this is a great buying opportunity. Just buy, hold, don't look at it every single day. It will drive you crazy because SoFi is very heavily manipulated and very volatile. So if you get a lot of emotion into that, you could easily get caught up in the swings of the movement of the price, and obviously could potentially sell based on that as well. But with all that though, let me know your thoughts on SoFi in the comments below. If you haven't already, smash the thumbs up, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Greatly appreciate that. If you did buy today as well, give yourself a shout out in the comments below. You definitely deserve that. And give me your price target where you see things going. I personally see SoFi easily at $15. That's realistically where we should be, hands down. So I see that within a 6-month time period. Might be a little bit more optimistic than what a lot of people feel, because I just want to point this out as well. Under Interactive Brokers, underneath everything, it does show the long-term growth rate at $43. That's typically a 3-year time span. So that's where they factor in earnings per share, the growth, all compounded, and this is where they see us going to and getting to. So $43 most likely in 3 years. I see that as extremely conservative, but I could be wrong. Let me know your 3-year price target in the comments below, and if you think $43 is accurate, let me know as well. On a side note, if you are looking for a new broker, especially if you live in Canada and you cannot get SoFi, because I see SoFi as a great investment, just unfortunately I live in Canada, so I cannot open an account in SoFi. So on a side note, anyone from SoFi, if you're watching, jump over to Canada. But if you guys are from Canada, pop over, click on the link in the description below and the comments to Interactive Brokers. Has a lot of good information. But with all that though, I appreciate you guys watching, and let's all make a lot of money on SoFi.